overinflated sense of importance. Gentlemen, are you not sensing what I'm sensing? Men at least have some humility. I'm listening to some of you ladies talk as if you are Xena, warrior princess. We can do it all.
All right, fellas, know the difference between tangible and intangible. Tangible things you can measure. And a lot of times in relationships, women will ask you for tangible things, all right? Attention, how much attention you're giving her, how much money you're spending, how much time you're investing, how much energy you're putting in. A lot of the things that she offers back are intangible, things you can't measure. I'll support you. I'll be there for you, all right? I'll give you all of me, even though it's a couple of pieces of peace leave that you keep having to work for, all right? I'll motivate you. I'll rub your back, all right? You can't measure any of these things. Now, you have to find somebody that is willing to give you tangible things back for the tangible things that you offer her. That is the key.
There's one trait every man must have if you want to be successful, especially alpha. If you're alpha, this is one trait, but pretty much any man, if you can't do this, you will not be successful in the dating game. And that trait is the ability to be alone.
Sean D, hello?
Hi, how are you?
Hold on. What modern women can survive without men? Yes or no?
Okay, my answer is succinct. It is no, but I will say that modern men can't survive without women. I heard your
hold on. Before you say that, I gotta. What state do you live in?
California.
And how old are you?
39.
Why can't we survive in the world we built?
So I have a pretty simple argument, and it's that you all need us to procreate. And
No. See, listen. Young lady, the first woman I talked to, survival and reproduction are two different things. We don't need you to survive. We need you to reproduce. You need us to survive and reproduce.
Do you think that women are more likely to raise alpha or beta males?
If it's just women in the household?
Sure.
Beta.
And the candy store, as soon as you turn 18, you're allowed into the candy store if you're a woman, okay? As a man, you're not allowed into the candy store until you're 35 years old, have $100,000 saved up, and you've been to the gym for at least 5 years consecutively. Once you have these prerequisites, you're allowed into the candy store. Well, obviously, as you guys know, this takes time to acquire, and you can, the guys end up waiting, 18 years plus, right, to get into this candy store. Mm-hmm. Meanwhile, the ladies are in there since 18 years old. You guys are walking up and down the aisles, having all the candy you want at 20, 21, 22, whatever it may be. You start to figure out what you like, what you don't like. You figure out Tootsie Rolls are disgusting. The yellow flavor of Laffy Taffy is strange, and pink Starburst is superior to the yellow Starburst, right? All these little things, gummy bears, whatever. You try to figure out, do I like chocolate? Do I like white chocolate? Whatever. So you guys are having your fun in the candy store, having the candy that you want. So, 17, 18 years later, now the men can come in at 35. They saved up their money. They've been in the gym, and they finally are 35 years old. Bang! They run into the candy store. They go nuts. But taking every piece of candy, going wow, like, oh my God, they're eating all the Tootsie Rolls that you guys left over. They're disgusting. They're eating the yellow Laffy Taffy, the yellow Starburst, like everything, right? They're going nuts, right? They're just running all over the place. And, you know what I'm saying? So, and they get the candy. And then you guys are looking at them like, bro, what the hell's wrong with you? Like, it ain't that serious. Like, why, you know what I'm saying? Like, why do you want to eat all this candy?
I've been here before.
I always have the question of, should I take her on a dinner date, bro? Should I invite her to drinks? And I ask you this question. Why are you even worried about women when you broke as hell, you ain't got no income, you ain't got no job, you ain't got no car, and you do not have your own place? Why are you worried about where you should take a woman? If anything, you should be worried about why you are broke, why you are fat, why you are out of shape, why you don't have no money coming in, why you don't have your own car, why you don't have your own house. That's what you should be worrying about, not why she flaked on you. You shouldn't be.
Did you watch the Avengers Endgame?
I'm sorry.
Did you watch the movie Avengers Endgame or Infinity War?
No.
Oh, goddamn. You ever see the movie The Book of Eli with Denzel Washington?
I have not.
H Christ. Well, I'll just give it this way. There's a character in Marvel's Avengers, and he had a special glove. And when he's got the special glove, he snapped his finger, and when half of the population in the universe just disappeared into dust instantly. Get that concept? Half of the people disappeared into dust.
I get the fictitious concept. That
Okay, good. So I'm Thanos, and I snap my fingers, and the men all disappear into dust. All that's left is women. All. No men anywhere. All the cars that were driving, everything stops. They don't even kill anything. They all safely land to where everybody on board lives. I'm not even going into consideration of crashes. All women survive, all men are gone. From that moment on, you ladies worldwide are running out of time because the men kept the power plants running. Those power plants are not self-sustaining. They must be maintained. And who is going to go maintain them? You have to get women to go someplace and learn what needs to be done, get proficient at what needs to be done in order to keep all these women. She said no women would die. And I'm like, Jesus Christ, you think women are perfect.
Because if the guy hangs out with you, you know he likes you. I mean, why else would he put up with you talking? I mean, seriously, just... I'm sorry, ladies. When you have a guy friend and he's a great guy, ladies, and you won't date him, do you know what that's like for the guy? It would be like if you went on a job interview, right? And the guy was like, well, Mr. Perkins, this is a great resume. You got the experience we've been looking for. We love your attitude. You're perfect for this job. And we're not going to hire you. No, we'll probably hire someone who's far less qualified and has a drinking problem. But this is a great resume. Wow. In fact, this is the resume we're going to use to judge all the other candidates.
You know what I'm saying? Jay-Z had Beyonce, he still for some other pussy. How can you beat that? Because he would just want some new pussy on his cock. So that ain't nothing, man. It's your energy, it's your mind, what you bringing to help me grow. And what's going to help us grow. That what counts.
Yeah, preach, brother. Preach. Yeah.
But absolutely. A bad bitch brings inspiration that you will not
to
get.
No real nigga that already had that. If you got a fat, lame, rich nigga that need all that, I just want a bad bitch, that nigga, he's a square. He's a nobody.
Yeah.
But a nigga that been sufficient his whole life and got every girl he wanted, what is a bad bitch doing for me? That's nothing. We always had that. What you bringing more than just being it's a million bad bitches walking this earth. That's the cheapest and most easiest thing to get for a nigga got some money is a bitch and some pussy.
Bam.
Like I said, you go to Brazil right now, it's gonna be a 10,000 bad bitch you ever seen in your life. You get them bitches $1 and a coffee, and that bitch gonna lick your feet, man. That ain't work. That's worthless to a real nigga, man.
Right.
You gotta be a fat, slow brain, regular ass nigga that finally got some money to be imposed. And I got a bad bitch. Like, come on, man. Like, that's a different type of breed of human that they rocks off to that. You know what I'm saying? And I get it. Y'all get your money now. Go get all them niggas. But a nigga like me, that shit is like, it's nothing. You know what I mean? Our energies got to be connected. You know what I'm saying? We got to grow together.
That's fear, sometimes anger, sometimes these base emotions give you power, right? If you watch Marvel movies or comic books, right? The most interesting characters in these movies are the villains. The villain is always interesting because he's more interesting than the good guy, the hero, because the hero's he's just doing stuff because it's his duty, right? It's Call of Duty. I got to do what I'm called to do. It's the right thing to do. And he's working from high ideals, which is great, which is nice, right? He comes to the rescue of others because justice, right? But the real fascinating character, the character that really makes the movie is the villain. And why is that? Because he's got some base emotion, some experience, some PTSD, something he's really fucking angry about that's fueling his creativity. And the more creative that supervillain is, the more you love him. Supervillains are the best characters in movies because their creativity is fueled by this anger or this sadness or some aggressive feeling in their body, and it makes them incredibly interesting. It makes them incredibly successful. It makes them relentless.
Is that
right?
For men, we have to fight tooth and nail to get into this candy store. You know what I'm saying? Women are just allowed in, you know, and I don't say that to be a misogynist or toxic, whatever it may be. It's that women are born with value, men must create their value. So when men are finally able to create their value, they're going to go crazy because so few men actually get sexual access from women. And I know you guys might not know this, but like only about 10 to 20% of guys are having sex with all the girls, like 80, 90% of the girls.
Yeah.
So in other words, there's a lot of Eskimo brothers. There's a lot of Eskimo sisters out there, not many Eskimo brothers. So since women are all chasing a small percentage of men, these guys have all the leverage and they're getting all the girls, your Drakes, your Futures, your rappers, your athletes, whatever it may be. I'm sure you've probably seen them at the club, right? And I'm sure your colleagues, like, those are the type of guys they date. All the women are chasing these guys, right? See, the ladies are smiling and they know.
Yeah.
So when a guy is finally able to become and be able to stay in the candy store, he's going to take his time and eat as much candy as he can because he has to fight to get into there. So that's the analogy I always give to women about why men always want to have multiple women, because it's difficult to do.
And let me add to that as well. So also as well, a lot of guys, right, that are, I would say, new entrepreneurs, new millionaires, they're young, right? So in the candy store, there's a back door. And only some guys get that back door entrance because they become millionaires at a young age, or they become successful.
They get an inheritance or something like that.
So like YouTubers, gamers, they're very young and they're very successful.
Mm-hmm.
So still, remember, you got at 18 years old. He's getting maybe at like 20, 22, 23. So this is all new for him either way. So those guys...
We're always catching up to you guys.
Yeah, always catching up.
But let me just say this emphatically clear. Guys, do what the fuck you want to do with your fucking money. You know, if I worked all week and I got paid on Friday, and I said, you know what? I want to turn this money into firewood. That's my fucking money. I do what the fuck I want to do with it. Out of anything you guys know in your ever hear in your life, and you never hear nothing else, never worry about what another man do with his fucking money. I don't give a fuck if you want to donate all of it to the homeless. I don't give a fuck if you want to make it rain in the strip club. I never concern myself with what another man do with his money. Do what brings you fucking joy. If that's OnlyFans, that's OnlyFans. If you want to go to the mall and buy clothes, go to the mall and buy clothes. The only thing I don't want you to do is sit around and then blame the man for your problems. That's all I ask. If you're not gonna do that, go do what the fuck you want to do.
Well, there's a lot of fucking stress in raising people and teaching kids and dealing with the problems that kids present. You know,
Yeah.
A lot of people that just, here's another thing that's going on today. People think they can have a kid and then have careers too, but everyone's has a career. The mom has a career, the dad has a career, everybody has a career. And
You ditch the
when
kid.
are you watching the kid? Who's paying attention to the kid? I went to a party, and I've talked about this in the podcast before. This one little kid was just running around hitting everybody and doing. The parents were inside drinking. They were in the party drinking. And the kid's out there with the other kids. And then finally the guy comes out and apologizes. I'm sorry, he's a good kid. I'm like, he's not a good kid. I'm like, he's hit 3 kids.
Yeah.
I told him what the kid did. He goes, he never did that. I go, I saw him do that.
Watched your son be an asshole.
And the guy's like, I said, I'm sorry. I'm like, oh my God, I want to kill you.
Yep.
Like, do you understand? I want to grab your neck and choke the life out of you.
Yeah.
I'm containing myself, you fucking cunt.
Yeah, so I get into putting those, yeah.
But I keep it cool. I keep it cool, Al Madra.
No,
So
because if you take a guy that's a 6'5" guy making $500,000 a year, etc., he's not going to have nearly the amount of options as a girl that's, you know, average looking and has, you know what I mean, and not even the hottest. You know, he's going to have half her options. I guarantee if each of you guys opens up your phone, you're going to have 99 plus DMs in your Instagram box of guys trying to hit you up. Men?
Yo, don't talk.
It's a Sahara Desert, bro.
You walk into a bar, right? What happens? You go in the bar, let's say there's 20 guys, right? You say, you know what? Who wants to have sex? I guarantee you, at least 19 of them will say yes.
Facts. They're gonna be like,
we walk into a bar, Who wants to have sex? You misogynist? Oh, how dare you? Like, no, real talk. So
that or crickets.
Yeah, it's like, yo, Nick, get out of here. So it's tough for guys.
Yeah, it's tough, man. So that's why men, that's why men go crazy, because so few guys are actually able to do it. You look at rap videos, like there's a reason why they have different assortments of girls. Like men look at sex completely differently than women do, and this goes back to what I was saying. This is why, like, when a man like has sex with other girls, it's not that big a deal because it's physical, but you can still love your girl but bang other chicks. But it doesn't work the other way around for women.
That's not fair. I don't like that.
Well, hold on. I'll say this. Yeah. It's not fair that we can't sell feet pics and make money. There you go. It's also
I
not
mean,
fair.
you can.
Well,
Well, just so you know, I'm coming out with my own feet pics. You guys want them? No, just kidding.
No, but realistically speaking, I know you're saying you can, but let's be realistic.
I know.
Men, there's a lot of life isn't fair. You know what I'm saying? Like equality is a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like men and women are completely different. There's privileges that men have that women don't, and vice versa. I argue that women have more privileges than men do nowadays in modern day world, but that's a whole other conversation. But what I will say is that I know you're saying that's not fair, but it's also not fair that a 21-year-old can get invited to a party with rappers and millionaires, whereas a 21-year-old guy would never even get the chance.
Okay,
you know, so there's positives and negatives on both sides.
Everywhere.
So that's what it is.
Now, this one's going to be a hard pill to swallow. I know I give you sometimes some pills to swallow. They're different color pills. They're just regular old CGA pills. Okay? They don't have to be red. Women are naturally promiscuous. Promiscuous. Say promiscuous 3 times fast and pronounce it right. Promiscuity is now an issue because it is so much more prevalent than it was in our previous years. And we as men tend to have an old-fashioned idea about women and promiscuity that many men have before us tried to maintain, right? So in our mind growing up, we've been trained to believe that women are not naturally promiscuous, that they are naturally monogamous.
In order to be a high-value man, you must exercise sexual discipline. Shout out to Minister Jap. He calls it dick discipline. Sexual discipline. Sexual discipline is one of the most critical areas to where men who could be high value have ruined themselves. What does that mean? Sexual discipline? You got kids everywhere. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kids by 4 women. You're not high value because you lack sexual discipline.
If I got 6 kids with 6 different dudes, I get 17% from each one of them, which is $340 a month from each one. $340 a month times 6 baby daddies is $2,040. So why don't you have 6 baby daddies?
2 of the most important things that every man has in his possession: your sperm, your seed, and number 2, your signature. See, what most guys do when they meet women they find attractive, she might have a nice butt, nice shape, is they knock these females up. See, women can find a mark, a guy who's weak, who doesn't have that much experience. And what she does is she gives some crazy sex. She strokes your ego. She rubs your chest. She does all these type of different things, and you knock her up. You think she's the one. And after you knock her up, what she does is she takes that kid and she switches. And she plays a different role. And the role she plays is she's on top. She's in control. So you're sitting there wondering, what happened? Why can't I see my kid? Why am I a weekend dad? Because most of these mothers don't care about any sort of stability for the child. They don't care about the father being there. Only thing they care about is the money.
Let me tell you something, G. Us high value men, I don't think about should I take her on a dinner date or not. I don't think about that. Bitch, I'm StephIsCold. I'm not taking you on no damn dinner date. Who is you? You don't make my life better. I make your life better. So why should I take you on a dinner date? This is the abundance mindset that you should have with women. But you don't have the mindset of abundance because you still live with your mama. You ain't got your own money. You ain't got your own car. You're not confident in yourself. Your self-esteem low as fuck. You try to fit in with people. You beta. I take her on a dinner date? She might take her to Applebee's. Should I take her on a dinner date? Shut the fuck up. Should I take her on a date?
You know what's bugged like whenever my female friends start talking about, my boyfriend's crazy. I didn't know he was crazy. I didn't know he was out of his mind. He just flipped. Women, if you want to know if your man is crazy or not, just check out his relationship with his mother. So all you got to do, check out his relationship with his mother. Because he's like, hey, mom, fuck you. Kiss my ass. I don't give a fuck. I'll put this foot up your ass. If he's like that, then you're next.
This too shall pass. This too shall pass is probably one of the most important phrases to remind yourself all day long as it relates to good things and bad. When things are good, when things are great, when everything's going your way, remember, this too shall pass. It won't stay that way. One of the biggest problems that men have these days is we become so attached to when things are nice, when things are easy, when things are pleasurable, and we think that life is supposed to be that way. No, when things are that way, be grateful, but remember that shit will pass.
Saying? So the topic at hand, what I'm going to discuss is conditional submission. I need a man to rise to a certain level that I've picked, by the way, to date me, to rise to a certain level for him to unlock my femininity, right? Like, so we're playing Zelda here. So this is what I'm going to do. Let's go into a dream world, okay? I need you guys to close your eyes and imagine. All right? We're at a nightclub.
She did it. She closed her eyes.
Yeah, I need you guys to really visualize this, okay? Like, really, like, think it over. We go to a nightclub, right? And I walk up to you. I'm your type. I'm good looking, right? Maybe not at this point. You guys probably are triggered from my opinions. But, I might be your type right there. Tall, wearing whatever you like, whatever avatar of man that you like, pretend that's me for 2 seconds, right? And you're like, damn, oh my God, girl, he's coming to me. Oh shit, oh. I think he's gonna come talk to me. Holy shit, he's my type. Oh girl, yeah. And your girl's nudging you, you're like, yeah. He's coming, he's gonna talk to you, yeah. And you're like, fuck yeah. And then I walk up to you, right? I walk up to you and I smile. And you're like, yes, he's gonna ask me for my number. I can't wait. I've been waiting 2 weeks. I can't wait. And then I go, oh my God, I love your shoes. Oh my God, I love your heels. Oh my God, you look so fantastic. Where'd you get those shoes? Are those Jimmy Choos? I got them too. Oh my God, I got a bag that will match perfectly with that. Blah, 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 right? This conversation goes on for a bit. Maybe I told you about how I wax my nuts. Maybe I told you about how I'm spiritual and I do organic healing. Maybe I told you I've been to Russia before and I love it, right? And then I go ahead and say, would you like to go on a date with me? I'd love to take you out sometime. Oh my God, you're beautiful. What would be your response? We're going to start with here. Just give me a yes or no. Would you go out with me?
I love you. I would like to put you in my fan club.
Nope.
Okay,
no, we would not be going out.
I don't think so, no.
Nope.
That man is gay.
Nope.
Let's be real.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
I would say yes.
Okay, you would take me out.
Yep, I'll take you out because I didn't know. I was assuming the whole time, it was just you were judging from the book. You didn't know who the person was. You feel me? So I'm gonna give you a chance. I'm gonna take you out. We're gonna go be friends.
Okay.
We're gonna be friends.
Okay.
But it's a friend and not like you want to fuck him.
Yeah,
though.
that's the point.
Not like that. We could be friends. So like, nope. hang out.
Okay, so you're gonna friend zone me.
I'll give it a chance. Yeah.
Okay, so that's a no.
Nope.
Yeah.
In man world, that's a waste of our time to go out with a girl as a friend. Like, real talk, ladies, I got to give you guys the truth.
Yeah.
Men
No
don't give a
nigga
fuck
doesn't
about being
wanna-
your friend.
So
It's
you're
actually an
basically
insult.
saying you're basically saying the man was gay.
No. He's not gay. As a
Okay.
matter of fact, I got to add on to the story. You guys automatically said no. But what if I say, you're like, well, you know what? I don't want to date you. And I'm saying, no, baby girl, don't worry about it. I'm masculine when I meet a feminine woman. Are you feminine? Oh, now it sounds retarded, doesn't it?
Yeah,
now I'm telling you, I'm conditionally masculine based on the woman being feminine. You see how asinine your argument is?
This is what I do get pissed off about. So when guys get their money, they go fuck up their money. Club, clothes, smoke weed, whatever the fuck you do. Then play victim because the man is holding you down. Now that's when I get fucking pissed off. Because you chose to do what you wanted to do with your money. You didn't invest in no business. You didn't invest into the stock market. You didn't buy no real estate. You didn't do things to change your financial situation. And now it's the man's fault. That's the only thing I ever As long as a dude ain't trying to blame society for his fucking problems. That's all I ask. Other than that, do what the fuck you want to do with your fucking money. You work for it. If looking at some ass brings you joy for 10 minutes, then go look at some ass. I'll never concern myself with what none of you motherfuckers do with your fucking money. I'll advise you on what I would do with mine, but at the end of the day, I don't give a fuck what you do with your fucking money. I don't give a fuck what you do. You can use this fucking firewood if you want to. It's your fucking money. You the one that work for it. Do what the fuck you want to do with it, guys.
Men who make the kind of money you're talking about have options. And typically they don't want to deal with women who have 13-year-old sons, who are used to dating men. This doesn't sound appealing to the kind of man you're talking about. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, but I was thinking once I start booking session with you that
I can't change men.
I know, but I can approve myself, and I feel like I have a lot to offer to those type of meetings.
Okay, but see, you should have stopped right there. I just told you I cannot change men, and you said once I book a session with you, I'm not a miracle worker. I'm telling you what they want, and you're still saying, yeah, but I want them. They don't want you. You don't know where to go get them. You don't know what they want, but you're still saying, pick me. They don't want mid-30-year-old baby mamas. I'm trying to be polite, man, but they don't want those.
Can I ask you a question?
Did you hear what I said?
Yes.
Why is that so? Okay, go ahead.
Why is it so what?
Go ahead.
From my point of view, I feel like I get what you're saying. They do have better options, but also those better options are younger girls. Those younger girls don't necessarily 20-year-olds are not necessarily attracted to 45-year-olds.
Bullshit. I'm 51 and I can't beat them off with a stick. That's another one on you lies. No, younger women are attracted to older men. What are you talking about?
So can you see me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. So do you feel like a woman like me?
Uh-huh. What would you rank yourself on a scale from 1 to 10? You cannot use 7.
Would I rate myself?
Just your face.
My face when I wake up, 5, but when I put myself together, 6.
Okay. And how tall are you?
5'5".
Dress size.
I'm sorry?
Your dress size.
A 3.
Okay. So that makes you, if you give yourself a 5, that's average.
Yes.
So average looking women tend not to get high earning men. They tend to get average men.
So,
did you, I mean, stop right there. Stop right there. Stop right there. Breathe and digest. You're 35 years old and you can look around and see the world. You don't tend to see higher earning men with average looking women. Off rip. If you do see them, they got their average looking woman when they were both really young and he built his way up. But a man earning the kind of money you're talking about does not go for an average looking woman.
I mean, my body is not average, so.
But ma'am, you please don't make me say it.
Say what? I really just wanted some advice. I love your.
I'm giving you advice, but you're not taking it. The advice is, ma'am, you're average looking at best.
Yeah, you should take on a date because you ain't got shit to offer her, nothing else but a date. You have no world for her to come into. You have no definite purpose. Your definite purpose is, I need to make her happy. I need to take her on a dinner date. Instead of, I need to get my money up. I need to raise my sexual market value. I need to become more valuable to people, to the marketplace. I need to get my own crib. I need to get my own. Get your own before you think about dating chicks, bruh. Get your own. It make dating 100 times more easier.
Resource. They see you as a dollar sign, digits. You see how that female was calculating? She had it in her nose. Calculating 1 baby daddy, 2 baby daddy, 3. Just getting knocked up for fun because the government allows them to do it. They encourage them. And what these women do, they say, you know what? He doesn't need to have a father in the household. I'll just use the government to get him out of there, to make him a weekend dad, to let the dad see him every other week so I can get more resources, food stamps, so I can get government assistance, so I can get subsidized housing. This is what these women are doing. And it's stunting the children's growth.
Winners don't got time to be worried about, oh, what this dude do. You know, I had a family member, I ain't gonna say who it was, just in case they watch my videos or find my videos, I ain't gonna say who it was. He was always concerned with what celebrities was doing with their money. He always could tell me who this celebrity bought this car and that celebrity bought that car. He always was a great pocket watcher. There's always, he tell you, Puffy bought a $10 million mansion and this dude did that. What the hell you doing? But sitting in my goddamn car riding around broke. But he could tell you what Puffy bought last week. Just the biggest pocket watch I ever seen. I always knew what everybody was buying. What the hell is you buying? Shit. Do not be a pocket watcher, guys. Successful men don't sit around and pocket watch what other men do, what they fucking do what they want to do with it.
Women don't like nice guys. Say they do, don't. They got to have an asshole first. Every woman goes through an asshole phase. They gotta go with Ike, then Mike. That's right. And you know what's bad? If you're a nice guy like me, you always get women after they've been out with an asshole. So now you gotta be their boyfriend and their psychiatrist to help them get over this psycho. That's right. For every 20 minutes of pussy, 3 hours of therapy. You know what's wild? It starts at childhood. Little girls like little bad boys. Like little boy gives little girl Valentine's Day card. She don't want him. She don't want nothing to do with him. She wants a little boy to just punch her in the back and ran down the hall. Ooh, I love him. He's so cute. Then you grow up and you marry that same little boy. And next thing you know, you're on Oprah going, I don't know what I did to deserve this. It just ain't right. But yo, you picked that man. You chose that man. You know, you could have had nice boy Roy, but you picked ass whoop McGee. Oprah, I love ass whoop. He's a good man. In between ass whoopings, he reads poetry. The violets are blue, roses are red. Time to kick a bitch in the head. An ass whoop McGee original.
This is the world we live in, ladies, where a man's roles are static. You are expected to be masculine at all times, whereas a woman's roles are negotiable. You can be a lady when you fucking feel like it. And here's the thing. You know who loses? You lose. Because when you're not naturally feminine and you have this masculine energy, let me tell y'all something about men that you guys want. They have options. Why am I going to deal with this crass, annoying, rude, obnoxious, masculine woman that's trying to compete with me when I can go get a naturally submissive, attractive woman that's going to follow my lead and want peace, not a competitor or a co-partnership?
How much of our economy is driven by men buying things to please and impress women?
Ask TikTok, ask Instagram, ask Facebook, ask Playboy and Hustler. Ask you're in Vegas, so the whole economy is about they let the women in for free in the club, hoping the men will come and they'll buy the drinks. That way they can get their drink tabs and make money off the drinks and stuff. And then hopefully they impress the women enough that they'll go take them out to eat. So I would say it's like a setup.
So would you agree most consumer spending is geared towards women?
It's geared towards sex.
Okay. Would you also agree that the media pushes a campaign of fear and consumption by exploiting men's need for female validation?
Yeah, in the end of the day, let's say the establishment recognizes the fact that people need to have sex and reproduce. So they put them in fear of, if you don't eat here, you're not going to live. If you don't buy this, you're not going to live. If you don't attract this type of woman, then you're not going to get in her pants, and therefore you're not going to have children.
Anytime you have to do things to keep people doing something, it is literally that you're doing that because they are the opposite of what you're trying to make them be. You're trying to make them appear monogamous. You're trying to make them appear faithful. You're trying to make them appear virtuous. You're trying to make them appear like they do a good job of selecting sexual mates. It is the opposite. In the Bible, religion, chastity belts, locking up your daughter and throwing away the key, selling women off to marriage before in their youth, before they get ran through more times in a hollow tunnel and become an old maid, shaming from both men and women, calling them all kinds of names, saying that they're going to ruin their marital prospects by sleeping around. These are all strategies that people have used to try to keep women from being less promiscuous. We've done all of these things. Now, actually, if you actually took those things away, you're actually saying that women want to go out there and throw that thing out there. And you had to do all of these other things to prevent her from doing so. That's where you get to 2021. Because now look at today. We've removed what? Bible religion. There's no more chastity belts. You can't lock up your daughter. Your daughter's selling feet pictures in her room right now. You can't sell them off to marriage. They get to pick their own man. There's no more shaming. Can't shame them anymore. You can't even call them names. You can't even say, hey, if you sleep around too much, no one's going to marry you.
If you listen, if any of you guys learn how to pull your tongue through your ears or pull your tongue through your ass, and you able to advertise it and get people to pay you on OnlyFans to pull your tongue through your ass, and people are willing to pay you $20 a month to watch you pull your tongue through your ass, then do it. You're generating that money. It don't matter why. If you're able to do it, people go to the fucking circus and see people do all type of dumb shit in the fucking circus because it's entertainment. So at the end of the day, guys, if you can entertain masses of people, you're going to make money. That should cause a light bulb to go off in your fucking head instead of you sitting around hating on fucking women.
Men aren't like that. A man will never admit to being in love with an ugly woman, okay? We'll hide that shit to the death. We ain't telling nobody. Shit, we could be getting married. Say, hey man, I heard you get married. Who told you that? Don't spread no rumors, all right? Yo, some of you women don't know if you're ugly or not. They give yourself a test. Just a little test, don't be scared. Yo, if you've been over a guy's house more than 4 times, been fucked every time and haven't met anybody in the house, he don't think you look that good. Like, every time you go over, all you see is one room. But I gotta pee. Hold it in.
Men don't care about fair. We conquer. It's winners and losers.
Straight up.
Right? You're half a man.
I didn't know that only men were part of conquering.
Well, name me some great female warriors that have dominated the planet.
Well, I mean, I'm learning new education here, which is only men conquer.
No.
I mean, that's what you're telling me, right?
No. Well, see, what I'm not going to do, I'm not going to switch that. I'm asking about fairness. And I said about fairness. Why is fairness so important? You said because you're half a man.
Because if you expect something of me, I should be allowed to expect the same of you. And if you can't offer me that, you don't deserve to be in my life.
But that has nothing to do with fairness.
It has everything to do with fairness.
No, fairness means you get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome.
And the lessons are learned through struggle. And I think that there's a lot of people out there that think somehow or another you're going to get to some place where you're living in silk sheets and you're getting your toes done while someone's dropping grapes into your mouth. I don't want that. I've never wanted that. That guy's not going to be happy. He's going to be bored. An hour into the grapes, you're going to get those fucking grapes away from me. Stop painting my toes. What am I doing in this bed? I got to do something. I'm not stimulated. The human organism, the animal that we are, needs constant stimulation because it evolved trying to find food and escape enemies and find shelter, escape nature, escape the elements, try to survive. And this is the great joy that you have in taking care of your children, that you can protect your children from the elements and the enemies and feed them. And it's also the great sadness that you see in losers. When I see a loser, I see some guy who's 43 years old, lives in his parents' basement, and he fucking hates the world. I'm like, that was a baby. Man, this is a baby that somebody just gave shitty nutrients to, whether it's nutrients in the forms of food or in the form of thoughts and ideas and examples, and this kid developed these horrible self-defeating patterns of behavior that have led them to this point where they're this middle-aged person with no future and no idea of how to get out of this rut, and probably never will escape it, and might just wind up sucking on a gun. You know, I mean, this is the world that we live in today. And I think part of that world is because we have been fed this line of horseshit that you're supposed to seek comfort. And I don't think you are.
Most of you guys love video games. You play video games, but it has never hit you in the head to start a gaming channel and get paid for people watching you play fucking video games. No, that's too much energy. What I'm gonna do, AMS, is I'm gonna sit around and I'm gonna hate on these bitches that shake their ass and make money off of it. It is redundant to me. It makes no sense. It is crazy to me. What is your skill? What is your art? What can you do to bring value to the workplace?
This shit easy. You meet the chick on Tinder. Hey, how you doing? What's going on with you? Oh, well, you know, yeah, I matched with you because, you know, you come to my place. You know what I'm saying? We can have a couple drinks at my place. I got a nice ass place. You know, I got a spot. Even if it ain't a nice place, you got a spot. You know, I got a spot. You know, I got a TV. I got a movie theater in my crib. It's called the living room. Big ass TV, Netflix, PS4. I got candy. I got popcorn in my cabinets. What you want? Candy? You want wine? I got it. I got it at the crib right now. I got it at the crib right now.
I'm asking about fairness, and I said about fairness. Why is fairness so important? You said because you're half a man.
Because if you expect something of me, I should be allowed to expect the same of you. And if you can't offer me that, you don't deserve to be in my life.
But that has nothing to do with fairness.
It has everything to do with fairness.
No, fairness means you get an opportunity. Fairness doesn't mean you get an outcome.
Oh my God.
You get an interview, not guaranteed a job.
No, you're not. But I work very, very hard to ensure that I keep it.
Well, if that's the case, you should. If that's the case,
right?
If that's the case, then. If that's the case, you should be able to secure the things you want, so you should have no problem.
Obviously not. Not when men are out here believing like you don't have to be fair.
Well, those two things can't exist in the same place.
Women haven't even been part of human history. It's just men, and all we care about is conflict.
Well, no. You just said you work very hard, so you should get the outcomes. See, if hard work was all that required, then we would almost be guaranteed. Hard work gets you a ticket to the dance. It doesn't guarantee you the top spot. How many? Who lost the Super Bowl, guys?
The Kansas City Chiefs.
Can you say they worked hard this year?
Very hard.
Number 2. Men don't worry about fairness. We worry about winning. And to the victor goes the spoils. Just like, you know what? How many times you've gotten to a club into VIP for free when some ugly chicks had to pay full price?
Is that my fault?
No. I've asked how many times it happened before you go down that path.
I mean, plenty of times in Miami.
Exactly, but that's not fair, is it?
Well, please don't forget I'm not from here.
But that's not the point, ma'am. That's not fair, is it?
I also don't care about those things.
But so you only care about fairness when it doesn't benefit you.
Y'all got men you let take you out, but you won't fuck. This guy's on dates right now, ain't getting shit. So yeah, I'm gonna loosen her up a little comedy. She's like, ain't nothing that funny. That's right, you can't ha-ha your way into this. See, that's the problem with men. We always think we could buy sex. Like, if I take it here, she give me some. If I buy this, she give me some. Nothing gets you none. Shit, a woman knows she's gonna fuck you within the first 5 minutes of meeting you. Women know on the handshake, they shaking hands like, I'm gonna fuck him. I hope he don't say nothing stupid. That's right, can't say nothing stupid because women are all about the mood. That's right. If she's in the mood, just shut up. Let it happen. Because if you say the wrong thing, them panties are coming up fast and you can wink eye. Like, excuse me, what you say?
Hey, I can do that. Man, what can I do? Well, I make clothes. I'm going to start a clothing channel. Shit. And make some goddamn clothes and make it entertaining. Well, what you like to do? You like to shoot pool? You pretty good at it? Start a pool channel. Build a fucking audience. Is it probably gonna be as big as a girl who's shaking her ass? Don't worry about that. Don't concern yourself with that. That ain't nothing. Don't worry about that. You just do what you can do. Maybe you can. Maybe you can get 1 million people over there to fucking watch you shoot pool.
Yeah. The simple men built the world that you use.
I built my own world. So
no, ma'am, you used the world we built. No, ma'am, you used the world men built. Name me 5 great female inventors. I'll give you one. Madam Curie.
I can't believe you. So you're telling me that men and
no, ma'am, I just asked you a question and you just you're answering questions with questions. You're talking about building. Name me 5 great female inventors or builders. Madam Curie.
5 inventors or builders. That's a really great question. That really is. Yeah, I was gonna. Well, also I don't remember the lady's name, but there's a bunch of buildings in Miami.
Go on and do it. Go on and do it.
Go. Take it.
She's afraid. Go on and do it. Go on and get on in there, baby girl. You got it.
Miami was established by a woman.
Congratulations. But the Miami, the land was established by, but this country was first landed by who? Men or women?
Men.
Exactly.
I agree with you.
And see, the thing is, I've done this show about survival, and you can go back to Bear Grylls' Island Number 2. Man, you can only be a feminist in a first world country.
I should have listened to that gut feeling I had, because after that night, things would take a tragic turn for the worse. Shorty started plotting heavy against your boy PJ. She quickly revealed herself to be an op. I couldn't believe it. She totally did a 180 on my ass. She was faking it all along. Wait, I'm confused. These numbers can't be right.
Mr. Washington, once again, you have to pay this amount for child support.
What the hell, man? Huggies don't even cost that much. I mean, I didn't even know this bitch rode horses.
I know all y'all hot girls is tuned in right now, so we gon' send this new one out to the community. It's called Rodeo. Talk to him, y'all need to...
What the fuck, man? You was faking it all along. Damn, I shouldn't have sent that. Man, now social media about to be roasting my ass.
Because at some point, no matter who it is, at some point you have heard everything this person has to say. You heard it all. You know what they get ready to say before they even say it. You remember that time? Yeah, I remember. They ever tell you, yeah, you told me. You've heard it all. And then what happens? You stop talking. Have a breakdown in communication. Yet you gotta talk. Because women love to talk. Women love to talk. If they had talking in the Olympics, a man wouldn't stand a chance. Women love to talk. And fellas, women don't want us to talk to them. They just want us to set them up. That's all women want you to do. If you're in a relationship with a woman, it's like being in a comedy team and you're the straight man. Just set her up, feed her lines. All the women want you to do is go, how was your day? That's all the fuck they want. How was your day? Because how was your day is a half-hour conversation to a woman. It's a whole half hour. And you as the man, the only thing you got to do is go, uh-huh, get out of here. Really? Get out of here. I told you that bitch is crazy.
Give them. You mentioned earlier something very alarming. You mentioned, I want a guy to put me in my place and be an alpha male and damn near shake me. Here's my thing. And here's the thing. I applaud you for being honest because a lot of women think that way. But here's the reality. Why should a man damn near go to jail to get you in line?
I agree.
Why should he do that?
He shouldn't have to.
Like, why should he have to get to... Why is a woman's masculinity here and he's got to rise to damn near murdering you to be able to get you in line? He puts himself in jeopardy. He puts you in jeopardy. And I'll tell you guys another uncomfortable reality. Let's look at the justice system. Men serve 66% more time for the same crimes that women commit. Men are far more likely to be arrested if police show up as a domestic call abuse. So why are men of value that have something to lose going to sit there and try to tame some girl that's untamable that wants him to damn near assault her? Why? We're just going to go with the girl that gives us peace.
100%.
Men are always going to trick off money. A large variety of men are always going to trick off money. It's just the way it fucking is. Any of my alpha males over here, consider yourself lucky. It's a lot of guys out there that don't get no ass. Now, they probably haven't ran into my work yet, and they'll find my work and learn about the self-improvement and masculine frame and all this other shit, and then they'll start to get some ass. But there's a lot of guys who haven't been exposed to my channel yet, so they don't know about the self-improvement. They don't know about masculine frame and sexual energy and having purpose and all this other bullshit, and so they struggle with women. All right? And so they struggle with women. They want to see it. They want you get it. Consider yourself lucky. A lot of you guys admit it. Hey, since you started following me, you got 3-4 girl rotations and you used to be a fucking 24-year-old virgin. They ain't been exposed to my fucking content yet. Eventually, one day they might will not have a 3-4 girl rotation. Some guys are just in a dead marriage to where they still love their wife, but you know, they've been with her for fucking 12 years and they want to look at a different piece of ass, but they want to keep their family together. Maybe they got 2 kids. And maybe they what, you know, y'all know what these long-term 10, 15, 20-year relationships. Y'all think Hillary Clinton and fucking Bill Clinton fucking every goddamn night? Y'all guys know what the fuck I mean. Motherfucker been together 35 goddamn years. You don't think he tired of looking at old worn-out ass pussy? So sometimes guys are have pussy, but they tired of it. And so they want to look at something else, but they don't want to, you know, lose their marriage or lose their family or whatever the case may be. So the point of me telling y'all guys this is that that's always gonna be there. That is always gonna be a component. I was watching this old English movie like in 1300s or something, and they had a brothel in that motherfucker, old whole house, and the motherfucker was full. Shit. The mob made millions off of prostitution before fucking prohibition. That shit always gonna be a fucking round guy. Matter of fact, that's how Lucky Luciano went to prison off of prostitutes testifying on him.
You like the rules that benefit you, getting into the club for free, but you don't like the rules that benefit men. High value men have the leverage.
You because I'm 30 fucking 1 years old and I'm getting a little fed up of these men kind of attacking me. I do not go to clubs anymore. So please stop with your double standard bullshit. I work in a man's world, and if anything, I've had to work 5 times as hard in this world as a man to get where I am. So
well, look at hold on now. Since you want to tell me you've had to, you're 31 years old and had to work in a man's world. That's a privilege. You don't. Here's the thing, ma'am. You say the problems with men. The only one that's complaining about the double standard harshly is you.
Yes,
but it benefits you too.
All the benefits.
Okay, well, here's the thing, ma'am. If you don't like, okay, ma'am, you're a competent woman, correct?
Okay, so I should quit my job and never.
No, you should build Amazonia, and make it the female utopia that benefits women.
I probably should after listening.
Well, then go ahead.
Agree with you.
And then you'd have to actually build something. You'd have to put your mouth where you'd have to put your brawn where your mouth is.
I don't understand what you're saying again.
I'm saying that you came at me with the same line. I've had to put up at 31 years old and deal with men's bullshit. You're living in a first world country. You're in Miami, one of the most posh places on the planet, complaining about double standards that you participate in. The nerve.
I corrected you that I don't go to clubs. So you're
okay, ma'am, I just gave an example. You've been to clubs. I didn't say you continue to go. That's not the point now, is it? But see, that's another way of you trying to get me online and then correcting me because I'm a dumb man. I get the point.
No, you're very rude and very aggressive.
No, I'm very direct. And when you were doing this to the men, you had no problem showing your dick. I'm just acknowledging your balls. Because you're a tough woman.
Why? Why should I?
Why? Because I'm just giving what you give. I'm reflecting back what you give to people. But see, the thing is, you're okay giving this to people. Okay. I'm just challenging what you think.
Equality. If women wanted equality, they would be going after the harder physical jobs. They would be volunteering and being happy to pay if they go out on dates. And they would be selecting and respecting men who make less money than they do. But that's usually not the case. Women want equity. Equity is getting something that will make you successful. And that's what women do. They select the parts of equality that benefit them. But they don't want the dark, dirty, grimy, hard parts of equality. They want that to be men, but still they say they want to be equal. That hypocrisy is why there's a conflict. And if women were honest, that they just want the parts they can benefit from, men are already doing the harder jobs. Men are already doing those things that you have a problem with. So if you were just honest about it, We would continue to do what we're already doing, and we would probably be happy to help you get the equitable parts of society to make you happy.
You ever notice no man comes straight home? No man comes straight home. Every man in here has to go somewhere as soon as he gets off work. He got to go drink something, snort something, shoot something in his veins, something to get him ready for the talking that he's about to hear. Something to deaden his senses. And women, it's not that you talk too much. You talk too much as soon as we get in the house. As soon as we get in the door. You ain't gonna believe it. Guess what happened? You ain't gonna believe that. You ain't gonna believe what happened today, and guess what happened? Hey, let me get in the fucking house. Let me get my other foot in there. Shit, come on. Let me read the paper. Let me have something to eat. Let me take a shit there.
These women, I hope they getting the money because you brand it for life. Everybody screen records all this bullshit. So if you got a hot 21, 22-year-old girl on there popping her ass, I hope she's saving her fucking money because when you fucking 35 and now you want to be executive of this fucking Fortune 500 company and somebody got a video of you posted 15 years ago on OnlyFans where you on there popping your ass in the bathtub butt naked and shit, this shit follows you. So I hope they is making some money because that's all they're going to be good for the rest of their life because everybody screens record every fucking thing. So you go on there on the private site, on OnlyFans site and thinking like, oh, it's private over here. No, hell, it ain't. Everybody screen records every fucking thing. So at the end of the day, guys, these girls taking a fucking chance because they branded for life. If any girl, 21, 22, think they over there popping and they hot right now and you know, but you get old. And now I got this video I made 15 years ago on OnlyFans that somebody keep posting on the fucking internet. You see what I'm fucking saying? Or you just one day so happen somebody call your phone, hey girl, somebody just posted an old video you did 15 years ago on the internet. And you go on there, you look on the internet, you butt naked on Pornhub, popping your ass, some shit you did 15 years ago. That shit follows you. It's like a fucking criminal record. So I hope they is making money because it sticks with you. So that little 10 grand or whatever you making now or whatever, I hope that you still got some 20 years from now.
First of all, men don't worry about fair. The sexual marketplace is not fair. All is fair in love and war. It's not fair. There are guys that out there that you wouldn't give the time of day who could have a heart of gold because they don't hit your marker. Oh no, ma'am, I'll let you speak.
You don't know that.
No, I know that you don't give every man a chance is what I do know.
You don't. Well, actually, you don't know that at all.
Okay, are you saying that you are the one female on the planet that will give every man who wanted you a shot?
No, I am not.
Okay, then I can assume that was correct. Let's move on. Let's not get lost in. Okay, that's a deflection. Let's not get lost in that. You're talking about unfairness. Where in the world is it fair like you need it to be?
Is it fair for you here in America?
No, ma'am. I ask you, where in the world is it fair? Like, I'm not complaining about it. I deal with it. I deal with the unfairness and overcome it because I'm a man and I can deal with it.
And so they discovered the basic plot of the female pornographic literary product. And they identified, so basically what happened was that a innocent, well-meaning, and attractive young woman encounters a male who's a bit of a monster. And the monster, there's 5 types of classic male monster. For all you males who want to know, this is what you can become. Vampire, that's a good one. Werewolf, billionaire, pirate, and surgeon. Okay, so that's very interesting because, well, first of all, there's a dominance thing. Now you're actually blushing, you're actually blushing about that. That's very, very funny. So, sorry to point it out, but it's so comical, I know, it's so funny. I was reading this, it was just cracking me up. I thought, oh my God, really? Pirate, vampire, oh, that explains it. What about all these damn vampire shows, right? They're so popular online. They're so popular on Netflix. Oh, yes, and then there's the werewolf. There's nothing sexier than a werewolf, apparently. But, I mean, so there's predatory dominance that's implicit in that, right? With the billionaire, it's more abstract, but clearly that's an indication of very high success in the male dominance hierarchy. So, but there's this desire for aggression that's in that, a real aggression. right? And it's not surprising to me at all. It makes perfect sense. But the basic plot is that the woman encounters this mysterious and aggressive male and tames him. That's the female hero myth, as far as I can tell. It's Beauty and the Beast. And so it's because, well, there's no fun in taming someone who's already tame. And what makes you think you really want someone who's tame anyways? There's no interest in that. Plus, when chaos manifests itself, what makes you think that someone tame is going to be good for anything? And it's a real question. And so that aggression is absolutely vital. It's absolutely necessary. But because it's incredibly dangerous, which of course it is, it has to be civilized. And so what happens is that the archetypal female in these pornographic romances seduces and tames the aggressive male. And that's her encounter with chaos. Now it's more complicated. Of course, females, they're more complicated, and that's exactly how it is. And it's no wonder, because their lives are more complicated.
Bro, this is why you must avoid these type of women, man. If she has a kid or two by different dudes, and you think you gotta come in a picture and save the day, and you think she's not gonna throw you on child support, no, she's gonna do you the same way. Look at a woman's track record. Look at her past. It's going to predict her present and her future. So many guys, they run up into women. They smash them and they think that's the one. Or they just are frivolous with their seed, and they're all willy-nilly, and they just smash, and they go in unprotected. They just, oh, well, you only live once. And then she comes knocking at your door, and now you're going to have to pay.
Oh, Stone Cold Steve Austin thought he'd come out here and give you a little present right from the bottom of my heart.
Oh!